to give up, no matter how tough it gets.
Be on the way, start with what you have, and then when you start, stay with it. What kinds of challenges should young people expect in trying to pursue success as maybe an entrepreneur, as a career person, but just someone who has ideas and you want to bring them to life? From your experience, what kinds of challenges should they expect? And then you can round up by just giving a word of maybe hope or encouragement, something.
I would say, easy. Look, everybody has their path.
Yes.
It's just spread across like this. So whichever way you follow, all the obstacles you meet, how you jump them, how you handle them is up to you. You understand? Like using myself for example now, I used events, like before I got into university, during university, and after university, and then I was doing other things. Like I can't even count how many things, but I just know because over time I've been working on it, and sometimes you're even training yourself just on the way. You don't even know.
Yes.
But it feels like it's challenging. It feels like it's draining you, but actually it's making you stronger.
Yes.
You understand? Because I see people, they just drop dead and all that. Like, man, I know they do this thing, and I'm like, this is the same thing that didn't kill me, but I cried, sha.
I cried small.
So it's that. So it's like, okay, I started under someone. Of course, you must grow under someone. So I started under someone, and then maybe all these mascots. Bunny.
Yeah.
You were wearing
that.
Under hot sun. hold on. Under hot sun. Wow. And then there are plenty children, maybe like school for instance.
Okay.
And then you're forming Bunny.
Bunny, and you keep
You look
dancing.
smiling, but you're inside, you're boiling. Do you understand? But then I kept watching the guy I'm always following.
Okay.
I'm like, I just want to do this one. It's not this one. But I am learning here. Then just keep watching him. I go back home.
Snap.
All the whole thing, like everything he does that day, I would note it down again, replay it, do my own style of it. And then one day I told him, look, I'm not doing this one again. I want to carry mic.
Okay.
I was like,
MC.
Where are you coming from?
Do you understand?
Young shall grow.
Do you get? But do you know same person? Let me not say. But I actually bench him.
You bent your guy.
So
Child.
like
Child,
overtaking is
let's go,
allowed in success. You understand?
Say that again one time for those
Overtaking
in the
is
back.
allowed in success.
One more time.
Overtaking is allowed in success.
Hey.
You understand? So like you need to just keep fighting. Of course, it will weigh you down. It's a bit you face like every challenge will come from nowhere, everywhere, and all that. But
Tell me about it.
be level-headed. Do you understand?
And be consistent.
Just focus
Consistency
on
is the
what
key.
you want to actually achieve, and then you keep heading to it.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you.
I think consistency is the key word, because when I started, it was as if it wasn't going to work. When you want to, I did a lot of things. Most times I hear about meetings, seminars. I prefer to cook for free. It was that bad. Not because I didn't believe in what I was doing, but because we had a lot of people, and we still have a lot of people. It's a saturated industry. I mean, the catering industry is a saturated. We have a lot of big people who do very well in the field. So it becomes very hard to convince people that, oh, you do this and you're actually good at that. So I now decided to develop a strategy, and that was even attending more meetings, going alongside the food. Most times they don't ask me to provide things, I just come with it. So when they eat it, they say, okay, who did this? And that was how come we started getting contacts. But it wasn't easy. You're going to do a lot of things. You're going to keep showing up even where you're not invited. Yes, you have to, because I'm just laughing because it was a tough one. Even though you're doing something right, how do you tell people that what you're doing is right? So most times you need word of mouth from one or two persons. You have to do a lot of things. It's not easy, but you don't have to give up.
Yes.
Especially when you have passion for what, like I said,
Yes.
I have passion for what I do. So you can wake me up at the middle of the night, I'm cooking.
You're cooking.
That's it.
You know, the thing I wanted to say is, I want to say is that issue of capital.
Yeah.
That a lot of people think, that has to be.
You start with what you have.
Exactly.
You don't need to have a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of things you have said are the things we have. Use what you have.
Let me give you an
Someone says thank you, mommy food.
Oh. Let me give you an instance. When we started, this is a funny story, but I have to say that when we started, because I had told myself I wasn't gonna copy anyone's job. Like if you go to our page, we have over 1,005 pictures, but you wouldn't see anybody's job. So it became very hard because how am I going to display what I haven't cooked?
Yeah.
So I had a younger brother with me who loved food. So I made it a point of duty to cook for him 3 times a day. So for any food I cook, I snap it, and my friends can attest to it. Wherever I see you, I would invite you over. Oh, come and eat. I make different cuisines for you, just for me to get that picture. There was nothing wrong with picking 1 or 2 pictures from the internet, but I said no, I have to be original to what I'm doing. So I just used my family members. I started cooking, making small chops, doing video of yes. So to me, I knew this was the part I wanted to take. So I wasn't giving up on that part. I kept on doing it until I can now say, okay, we've become a household name. So that's it.
So dope. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Laddie, you were saying
I was
something.
saying, your capital really is what you have. You have your family, just like she said. You have
food
you have food stuff in your end, but you have to be willing to do stuff for free all the time, so many times, because you have to have, like in my own line. We do interior design. So there's this friend of mine, I always go to his wall, and whenever I come up with one idea, I go and do something. Always have someone that you can test something on. Have someone that can give you honest feedback. If you're doing something wrong, if you're not doing enough, if you need to push, someone that has a kind of it. Always get that. So as for capital, start with where you are, start with what you have. Just make sure you are doing something, just like he said, you're moving towards that particular direction. Just keep taking one step at a time. So don't forget that you being successful doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be an entrepreneur. You can get a job, and then you can actually use that job to fund your business and your project. So you're also a network. You can gather all your staff and say, yes, today you must. You can bully someone. Have someone you can always bully.
So yes, I have this friend who stays. She's somewhere in the middle belt where you might not necessarily. It's not a major city in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So she has a paid job. She goes to work in civil service, I think, and she likes to write. She wants to be an author. And all that. So she kept dilly-dallying, where do I start from? How will I start writing, book publishing, and all. She started thinking farther than where she was. So just like you guys said, first start with what you have. Start where you are. She started writing stories of what was happening around her on her Instagram page. She had 200 naira data that she can just, exactly, that was what she had at the time. She had a phone that would work, smartphone, and she was doing that consistently for a few years. And then she fell upon this writing course that was 30% free, and then she had to travel to Lagos. She put in the cost of the training, and then the cost of flight and accommodation wherever it was, and it was a lot. So she sent a message to the organizers of the training and said, you know what, I'm in Macaulay, it will cost me so much to come that way and I don't have it. Do you know what they did? They made their training live.
Wow, for her.
So she and other people could access it. Which brings me to the point where a lot of times we're timid, we're withdrawn with our ideas. You're not in the way, so you can't even express, when you need help, you need to call out for help. You're making steps, you're taking steps, so you need to call out for help. So she did that. She did the class. So eventually it was free of charge except the data. She did the class, and from the class they gave them a project. She did the project, And at the end of the day, the organizers of the program who were in Philadelphia in US, now one of them was writing a book and asked her to co-write with her.
Wow.
So you see this process.
Yes.
I think it happened, all of this happened in 5 years. She stayed with it because here she in somewhere in Middle Belt in Nigeria, not being in a fast city, and with a passion to write and be an author. And I think she has that right now.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. We're going to have to end this now because of time. Thanks to everyone that was able to join in. We'll take questions from the audience while we're waiting to hear from our viewers. If you have questions, I'm just going to ask, just summarize all that's been said. There was some consensus when we started that success doesn't have a singular definition. It's really about how you define it in terms of your vision and your passion. So being able to set goals and go after what you want. And then I think we went on and there was this funny conversation about is it possible to be successful and not make money or not be rich. And I think we all sort of agreed that wealth is not the pinnacle of success. It's not the definition of success. However, you need something. I mean, for many reasons. One, money is your resource for even being able to pursue your passion. And money is like a yardstick. It keeps you committed. It's a motivation. I would also add that the lack of money can be a distraction. If you're going to be a person of purpose, you have to focus. And I don't know if you know what it feels like to not have money in your accounts. There's nothing you are focusing on apart from that your account balance. So there are many reasons why money is helpful, but the important thing is that it's not the pinnacle of success, but rather as someone said online, a fruit. It's both a fruit of success and a seed for success. Then we went on to ask about challenges and what it means to succeed in Nigeria, and there's been a lot of consensus. What was that amazing thing you said that time? Overtaking is allowed in success. So we talked about certain things came up. So the importance of apprenticeship, learning, spending time under someone or under a structure, a system. That's why Adini mentioned that sometimes it helps to actually work. You can work while running your side hustle, or work first and sort of learn structure, learn important things that you will not otherwise learn on your own. Another key point that came up is the importance of starting. You learn as you're on the way. There's so much you don't learn until you are on the way, until you get started. So always start with what you have. You may not have everything, but start with what you have. And many amazing examples came up of how different people started with what they have. Did I miss out on anything? I think that was about it. So let me look and see. Daniel online says stay with it. So that's what stood with him, is learning to stay with it. So yes, be on the way, start with what you have, and then when you start, stay with it. So my final word is to encourage us all to stay with our passion. Go after what you have. Stay, learn. You will get there. You will never have a better yesterday. Now, finally, I just want to tell us all about New Path Success Institute. I'm glad for all those that followed our page, encouraging more people to follow us at New Path SI, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Rosie, did I leave anything out? Everything. Just follow us. What? Subscribe to our channel on MailChimp. You'll find our mailing list on MailChimp. You'll find the link in our bio. So what we do at New Path is we host workshops. We have learning resources online that you can access at any time. We offer personal, business, career coaching and networking events like this, all toward the same aim of helping you fulfill your dreams, helping you succeed in your business, in your career, and in your personal life, finding that balance.